The Crimes, a Smithco original, non-true crime podcast, presented by Smithco. Hello and welcome back to the investigation of Freddie Thompson, who disappeared in the north of England many years ago. Once again, we're interviewing the neighbours of Freddie and the people in his community to find out what truly happened on that day. Yes, this is The Crimes, a Smithco original podcast about non-true crimes that didn't happen, and this is episode 3. We continue the investigation into Freddie's disappearance. After our last episode, we discovered that in fact Freddie had been dropped to the airport, which means that either he flew or he walked away. However, the police did search the surrounding area to discover him. So it's down to the investigator of the case to see whether maybe the police didn't do enough, because if they did, it means that we must go and resign ourselves to the fact that he must have left the country via an aeroplane. So I talk with the police investigator.
Well, the thing is, I think we did a good job, personally. Obviously, the fact that, there are multiple avenues. All we know is that unless he came back here, he definitely wasn't here on that day, because we searched everywhere. We had the full police force searching for him. We had other people searching, other police searching for him. They came in from other places. All these things. I mean, the general community came together and searched for them themselves. And we made sure, obviously, that, we didn't have, people in groups. We made sure the police officers would be in each group of people, because we didn't want people to discover him and then, not report it or something. So we made sure that was safe. Obviously the whole community really came together to make sure, because they wanted to see if he was dead or not. They didn't get their wish. So they wanted to see him dead? Yes, pretty much, yes. So they wanted to see him dead, yeah. Okay, so you think that this means that he couldn't have been here? No, around that time he couldn't have been here, no. Obviously, we did interview the police officer who was searching. We did interview all the police officers, and they didn't bring any information back. They said they couldn't find him, so it was clear, that that wasn't possible. After being given this information, we thought it prudent to go to the local airport to see what exactly happened there. Luckily, the man who we believe must have seen him would have been Greg, and Greg is still working at the airport. So I sat down with him to find out what exactly happened on that day that we believe he left. So you knew Freddie, did you?
Well, not really, no. I didn't really know him that well, but I knew him by sight. He didn't really visit the airport that much. But so no one actually has interviewed me yet. The police haven't interviewed me yet because they thought he must have left in the bus, and then that turned out to be false. So you're the first actually to interview me.
Okay, so can you tell me, do you think that Freddie was there?
Well, here's the thing, Freddie. There was, I remember now, because I actually keep records. All the people who transfer through here, you have to keep the records. And now I'm not supposed to be doing this, but I do, and I keep the records after I keep a copy of the records, so I can pull it up here for you. Really, Yeah, so someone on his passport definitely did use a plane to fly.
So someone used his passport to fly.
Yeah, so either he was flying, or well, something. Well, because otherwise I don't know why someone would be using his passport.
Okay. So where was this flight to?
The flight was to New York.
So do you personally think that Freddy is in New York?
Well, it appears to be, yes. I mean, I didn't personally recognize him, but I wouldn't really have the notes to know if, that was because he was hiding or if that was because he didn't actually look like himself. So, unfortunately, I don't have notes on that.
Okay, well, you've been very helpful so far. Thank you for talking with us.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Is this published? Is it? This is a published podcast, is it?
Yes, this podcast goes onto our YouTube channel.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And if you could, Anyway, so I'm glad I could help.
We're glad you could help too. Well, that's all we have for this week. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Crimes, and we're continuing to investigate the disappearance of Freddy, and we'll be back next week where we'll be looking at where exactly he went. Was he in New York? We'll find out. Thank you for listening to the Smithco original fiction podcast based around true crime, but not actually happening. We hope you enjoy this episode, and if you want to see more episodes or more stuff, please visit the Smithco YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel. Please like the video and share. For more videos like it, go to the Smithco YouTube channel. Once again, thank you for listening.